This week our new lesson is on spheres. So a sphere is like a ball, if you picture a basketball, a baseball, so that is a sphere. The surface area of a sphere, so that entire outside area that you would be able to hold with your hands, the formula for that is 4 pi r squared. The volume formula for a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. So remember, with volume, we are units cubed. For surface area, it's square units. So I'm going to go through just a few brief examples on these over the next few slides. So for this first one, I want you to find both the surface area and the volume of this sphere. So again, our formula is for surface area, I'm going to start there, is going to be 4 pi radius squared. So in this case, my radius is 5. So for my surface area, it's going to be equal to 4 pi and then 5 squared. So if the Math Excel is asking for this in terms of pi, you're going to just enter in 4 times 5 squared into your calculator. Remember, you'll leave pi out of it. So then what that gets us to is 100 pi, and our units are feet squared. Now, if it wanted it as a decimal, we would just type in the calculator 100 times pi and get our answer for that. So the next one, let's go ahead and look at volume. So again, our volume formula is 4/3 pi times radius cubed. Volume is a little bit trickier sometimes in the calculator. We're more apt to come up with a decimal for these. And if that's the case, then you need to use, and if it's asking it as a fraction, then you're going to have to use math. So on your calculator, you would hit math and then fraction to ask your calculator to convert it from a decimal to a fraction for you. So for this one, again, I'm just going to substitute in. So for my volume, I've got 4/3 pi. My radius is 5, so 5 cubed. So in my calculator, I'm going to enter in 4/3 and I'm going to enter in 5 cubed. So with this, I'm likely going to get a decimal because it's going to be 125 times 4 divided by 3. So that would be a decimal. So I'm going to ask for my calculator to put it back into fraction format. So when I do that, I end up with 500 over 3 pi. And then again, my units are feet cubed. Okay, now this is a little different. This is a hemisphere. So hemisphere is if I was going to take a ball or a sphere and cut it in half. Now the issue here is that for the surface area, it's not just half of your total surface area, because what's happening here is we've got that dome shape that's half of the surface area, but we also have that circle in the middle, right? So kind of if you can picture maybe an orange and you're slicing that orange in half, you have the peel part, which is going to be half of the surface area formula, but then you also have that like juicy orange part, and the formula for that would be the area of one circle. So really what it gets to is that for a hemisphere, surface area is really 3 pi r squared. So that's one way to think about it. So let's see. So for my surface area, I've got two options. I can either think of it as half of my surface area plus one base, which in this case a base would be a circle, or I can also use surface area as 3 pi radius squared. So those are my two options for this. Because we're not doing composite shapes, we are safe to be able to go ahead and use this formula. It's once we get into those composite shapes, you know, shapes that are like glued together, that gets a little more tricky. So let's go ahead and use this bottom formula, 3 pi radius squared. So I'm going to substitute in 6 for my radius. In my calculator, I would put in the 3 and the 6 squared. So I end up with an answer of 108 pi centimeters squared. All right, now volume, again, because of that fraction, volume is a little bit trickier. My volume for this is going to be half of that volume formula. So half of this total volume formula. So I'm going to substitute 6 in for that. So volume cubed. And then in my calculator, I'm going to put in the 1/2 times the 4/3 times 6 cubed. And for this one, I end up with an integer, which is lovely. Oh. Okay, so I end up with 144 pi centimeters cubed. Okay, these next few are a little trickier. So the volume of a sphere, I'm given the volume of a sphere as 900 cubic inches, and from that I want to find the surface area. So what I need to do is I need to find my radius. So I'm going to use that volume formula and set it equal to, so 900 is my volume, so 900 is equal to 4/3 pi radius cubed. And I need to divide both sides by the 4/3 pi. So if I divide both sides by 4/3 pi, I can then take the cubed root of both sides to get what my radius is. So I'm going to have 900 divided by 4/3 pi. Now, if you're going to do all of that at once in your calculator, please make sure you're using parentheses. Otherwise, order of operations with your calculator, it's going to get you, and you're going to get the wrong answer. So that's equal to radius cubed. So I end up getting like 214.859, something like that. I'm going to keep that going in my calculator, and then with your calculator, you're going to have to take that cubed root. So that cubed root is under the math button. So you can do the cubed root. The radius here is then approximately equal to 6. So I'm going to go ahead and use 6 for that answer. Now, in order to find my surface area, I'm going to just substitute 6 into my surface area formula. So my surface area is equal to 4 pi, and then I'm going to put in that decimal, 6 squared surface area. So I end up with about 452.4 inches squared. My last problem is a sphere that's snugly inside of a box or a cube. And actually that is important to distinguish that it is a cube. So a cube, because a cube indicates that all of our edges are the same. So in order to do this calculation, the first thing I'm going to need to do is to figure out what the volume of my cube is. So my volume of my cube, volume for a cube is going to be I'm going to have my area of my base is 6 by 6, and then my height is another 6. So the volume of this cube ends up being 216 cubic inches. Now from that, I need to subtract the volume of my sphere. Well, this one, if my edge here is 6, that means my diameter of my sphere is also 6, because it says that it fits snugly inside, so we can assume that our diameter is 6. So that means that my radius is going to be 3. So if my radius is 3, and I substitute that into my volume formula, 4/3 pi, and then radius cubed. So my volume here ends up being 36 pi. So I'm going to grab my calculator, and I'm going to do 216 minus 36 pi. I'm going to get a decimal, and that decimal is 102.9 inches cubed. So that space there, kind of in the corners, if you will, the amount that it takes up is 109.2. So again, to find that blank space, I would need to subtract that volume of the sphere from the volume of the total cube. Now, quite honestly, this type of a problem, don't worry that you're going to see this on the test. I would not put a problem like this on the test. So if this is kind of blowing your mind here at the end, do not fret. You will not have a problem like this on the test. I just want to make sure that you see something like this, since I excluded all of the composite surface area and volume questions from the curriculum because of us being in remote learning. So those of you who've been sticking with me all of these weeks and watching my videos, I appreciate it. I miss you more than you will probably ever know. Stay safe, be well this summer, take some time to recharge and regroup. Take care. Reach out if you need anything from me.